Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to talk to you about a subject that's near and dear to me because I am a military member, a reservist. I was on active duty for quite a few years, and I got a few years until I actually retire from the reserves. I spent a lot of time overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan and Kosovo and Bosnia and Kuwait, places like this. So I deployed with the Army a lot of different times. I work with a lot of different people, men, women, all different races, backgrounds, etc. Now, the topic I want to discuss, and I'm sure to get a lot of feedback on this or a discussion on this, is homosexuals are what they like. A lot of people like to say gays in the military, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Now, I'm not saying that I agree or I disagree with it, because there's a lot of different things that go into that. I think that right now, I think the decision to let gay individuals in the military needs to be studied more before a final determination is made. I don't think that any hasty decisions should be made by Congress. Now, the military, it seems, is always the last entity that they consult with before they make the final decision. So I think a lot of input needs to be given from service members of all branches of the military on what they actually think about allowing gay men and gay women to openly serve in the military. So my thoughts are, I have so many different thoughts, it's even hard to organize them. But I think that some units out there, and I'm going to talk about the Army for a minute. Some of these go-to-war units, let's talk about, for instance, and you may not know what I'm talking about. If you were in the military, you know. Some of these go-to-war units, like, out of the 18th Airborne Corps. Let's talk about big-time units that the president, when he has a problem, he picks up the phone and he calls these guys to go solve problems, whether it be peacekeeping, whether it be going to war, whether it be anything that is a problem. The president picks up the phone and calls these units. We're talking about the 10th Mountain Division. We're talking about the 3rd Infantry Division. We're talking about the 4th Infantry Division. We're talking about 82nd Airborne. These are some of the most elite units in the world out of all branches of the service. And I'm sure a lot of people will agree and can attest to that. Now, with these units, cohesion has to be there at all times. These guys are fighting wars and they're trusting their buddy next to them to save their life. So if you don't have cohesion and you have someone that is isolated, then you have a problem. Okay, they have to be a very close-knit family. Okay, it's just like people that are racist, in the military. That's bad anywhere, but particularly in the military, there's really no place for that. And once someone is found to be a racist, that person is kind of separated and ostracized for being like that. And I think that may happen if you allow people to openly serve in the military. If they're in one of these units, for sure, they're going to get probably, I'm not going to say for sure, probably they're going to get hazed. They're going to get humiliated, things like that, behind the scenes, so that we'll probably never know about it. But I know because I've seen things similar to that. So, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Again, I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I think that it needs to be studied more. We need to take more time and think about it. Because the other thing is, once you let people serve openly gay in the military, what's to stop individuals that are transgender, individuals that are so-called she-males, individuals that are men that like to dress like women? Once you open that door, then the floodgates are going to open. Then you have to let everybody that is a part of that community into the military. Now, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's good. Like I said, it just needs to be studied. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry to ramble on. I hope my thoughts were somewhat organized, and I'd like to hear your opinion on the topic. I'm sure I'll get quite a bit of input and feedback on this. All right, guys, take care, and thanks for watching.